Hello, everyone. Let's talk today about Pear Deck. Pear Deck will take your slideshows to the next level. It's awesome during regular school, regular classrooms, but during this time of distance learning, you're going to find some excellent features with this. Let's dig in. The first thing that you need to do to use Pear Deck is to install the add-on. An add-on is a special tool for Google Slides, so I'm going to come up here to my add-ons menu. And if you don't already have it installed, come down here to Get Add-ons. Now, Pear Deck might show up on the main page, but if it doesn't, just give it a search right there and then click the button to install it. Now that it's installed, let's go back to Add-ons and let's launch this. Open Pear Deck Add-on. A bar shows up on the right side of your screen, and here we can add a bunch of different feedback options during the class. A bar pops up on the right side of your screen, and here's where you can add a lot of questions. Now, during the regular school year, when all of your students are in front of you, Pear Deck is awesome because all of your students can watch exactly what is on your screen. You are the one who is advancing slides for students, and you can also build in some feedback questions. But there are student-paced options for distance learning. So let's take a look at these. I have a question right here in my slide that says, which state has the lowest highest point? So at this point, I'm going to click on a text question. And when students are moving through the slideshow, there will be a point where they have to enter some text. So that is an option right here. Students, write your responses. My next slide might ask a question like this: which state was not a part of the original 13 colonies? I'm going to come over here and add a choice. All right, option A is going to be Pennsylvania. Option 2 is going to be Massachusetts. And the last one will say be Wyoming. All right. So now when students get to this slide, they will have to give a little bit of feedback, a little check for understanding. On your end, you'll be able to see what student responses were. We can do some other things. We can add audio to a slide right here, but there are a few other really cool things. Let's talk about the template library right here. There are some options that they have built in feedback slides. Here's some beginning of lesson options. As you come in and get settled, follow these instructions. What did you learn from the homework? Draw 2 things that you already know about today's topic. How was the homework assignment? Students can drag and drop. I'm actually going to add one of those right there. And we'll see what this looks like in a few moments. We have some during lesson options here, built-in templates. Is this statement true or false? Drag a dot to show how you're feeling. Build in a stretch break. That's kind of fun. Multiple choice slide, things like that. There are also some end of lesson exit ticket type slides. But what I really like are some new ones that they've added. Critical thinking. Make connections, consider different viewpoints, step up to the solution. I'm going to insert this different viewpoints here. And students are allowed to do a little bit of scribbling on the slide. And some social and emotional learning bits right here. Boy, I'll tell you, at any grade level, elementary, middle, and high school, these are awesome. Moment of silence. What's filling your bucket? What sophomore doesn't want to talk about what's filling their bucket during distance learning? Stress check. What do you think? Get some feedback. Active listening. All of these things are really great when we're not really connected with our students. This is a way to take our slides to the next level. So what does this look like on the student's end? Well, for me, I'm going to come over here and click Start Lesson. Rather than sharing a slideshow with students, I'm going to be sharing a link because they're logging into Pear Deck to see the slideshow. Normally during the school year, we might choose instructor-paced activity. We'll talk more about that some other time, but right now, let's talk about the student-paced activity. So at this point, I have launched my slideshow in Pear Deck. Now, a few options. Normally during a regular class, you'd have students join pd.com. They'd go to that URL and they'd enter dbgbr and it gets them right in. But for distance learning, you might want to choose this. Give students a link. Now, when I click on that link, we're going to see what this looks like from a student's perspective. Pear Deck always starts off with a little social emotional check. I'm feeling great. All right, and here we are. These are my slides from the Google Slides presentation, and the students can click through. So I start off here. Which state has the lowest highest point? That's the slide, but over here, I'm going to answer. The correct answer is Florida, by the way. And which state was not part of the original 13 colonies? That would be indeed Wyoming. And now, how was the homework assignment? I'm going to drag that about right there. Pretty easy. Next, consider different viewpoints. Here I can, add some smiley faces, hairdo. I can write. I can, write all over the slide if I want to. I can also choose a smaller pencil size so it doesn't look like I'm writing with a big fat crayon. So that's Pear Deck in a nutshell. I encourage you to try this out, play around with it, think about how you can use this in your classroom during distance learning and once we're back together again. We'll be talking more about this as the school year gets closer. If you have any questions, contact the tech team. We're happy to help.